Hi again, Mama. So, congrats on yet another week of Natalie kicking your butt and you really focusing on your nutrition. So, we have talked about two of the macronutrients and we are going to finish it up with fats today. So, if I could fire the person that named this macronutrient, I would. While carbs are definitely the most used source of energy in the body, fats are the most concentrated. So, what that means is that carbs and proteins are roughly 4 calories per gram, while fat is going to be 9 calories a gram. This is why we need less of it than the others, but it's still such an important nutrient. Especially for those who are trying to conceive, who are nursing or pregnant, and anyone with hormonal issues. You need to focus on getting the right fats in. So, why are fats so important? Well, they act as carriers of the fat soluble vitamins, and those are A, D, E, and K. So, fats make calcium available to body tissues. They protect our major organs and they help the body deal with temperature changes. Cholesterol is a fat related substance that's needed to form our sex and our adrenal hormones. Vitamin D, healthy blood, skin, and the nervous system. So, while we hear so much bad stuff about fat and cholesterol, we actually need them. So, even though it sounds like from that last sentence that you should be downing fats all the time, and that's what a lot of the paleo diet world is telling you to do, an excessive intake of fats, just like excessive intake of anything, can lead to digestive issues and heart disease, as proven in many clinical studies. And the body has an almost unlimited capacity to store fat, unlike carbs and protein. So a diet too high in fat can lead to obesity. So you see now how we got from the description of what fats are to that 3-letter word that all of us women are scared of becoming, right? So the best way to skirt around this just right amount of fats is to consume the right kind. There are a few types of fat. So there's a saturated fat, and that's one in which all of its binding sites are occupied. So chemistry, biology, think back to high school, college for that. So this makes them a great thing to cook with because they're stable. Examples of saturated fats are going to be your coconut oil, fatty meats, full-fat dairy, butter, and cheese, just to name a few. These are the fats you want to eat, but you also don't want to go overboard on them. While they can help you produce more hormones, food with saturated fats may be higher in cholesterol. And remember, we want a fine balance of that. However, coconut oil, which has gotten all the rage lately, contains saturated fats but no cholesterol. Hence, its sudden rise in the health food industry. All right, those are saturated fats. Remember that. Unsaturated fat is one with either one or more binding sites left open. And one of those bonds with a double bond is called a monosaturated fat, or one with more than one double bond is called a polyunsaturated fat. Your monounsaturated fats have been shown to lower bad cholesterol and raise those good cholesterol levels. So those are good. These are going to be your plant sources of fat. So think nuts, seeds, olive oil, avocado. I could eat those all day long. So for those trying to conceive, or maybe you're pregnant, or maybe you're nursing right now, avocados need to be your best friend. And who doesn't like a good old thing of guac? They're some of the best sources of folate. Now that's a B vitamin, which is desperately needed during these growth times. All right, so let's hit on a few more fats. Butter gets a bad rep, but it's actually an amazing source of omega fatty acids, which we'll talk about another day. Fat-soluble vitamins, and selenium, which is a powerful antioxidant to keep us healthy. The problem with butter and fatty meats is I am a huge advocate for spending my money on animal products to get a good quality source. So I've talked to you before about Fall Line Farms, south of the James Farmers Market. There's a huge difference between conventional meat and butter that you can buy in Kroger versus what a farmer is doing, a farmer that is doing what they're supposed to be doing, grass-fed animals, the whole nine. Majority of the studies that you see out there, they're talking about how bad saturated fats are for you, butter, cheese, all that stuff. They're using those conventional meats and animal products. They're not using what your good farmer that you get to know by going to the farmer's market is using. So that's really where paleo comes into with advocating for fats, is they're advocating for quality fats. So if you are going to spend extra money, I would say forget the organic produce and go for the quality meats. And if you have questions about that, please post in the group and let's discuss it. So the best way, or the best oil to cook with, because that's a really easy way to get more healthy fats into your diet. I personally use coconut oil or avocado oil. They have higher cooking abilities, higher temperature they can withstand. Olive oil is amazing for you. There's a local company called the Olive Oil Tap Room, which you need to check out. It's somewhere over in Bon Air, but if you are using Fall Line Farms, you can get it delivered through them. And if you go on their website, I won't take up any more time on this video to explain it, but their olive oil is legit olive oil with all the health claims that you read about, not like ones that are typically in the store at Kroger. I'm sorry, I keep giving Kroger a bad rep. I totally shop there. But again, quality. But that I tend to keep at room temperature, put on salads, or if I'm only cooking something, maybe 200, 300 degrees. Because really, once you start to heat the olive oil up, it's going to start to lose a lot of those health benefits. Eggs, are they good? Are they bad? Are they even fats? Yes, they are fats, and they're also one of the highest sources of protein for the size of it. I eat an egg almost daily. So they can help regulate blood sugar levels, thus reducing your chances of getting metabolic syndrome, things like diabetes. So this week, I really want you to focus on getting some of those healthy fats in. Now, they're like unlimited list of carbs and proteins. Fats are a much smaller category, and I want you to think of that as in you need less of it. Like I said, the nuts, the seeds, the oils, the avocados, those are things you should be reaching for. They're very easy to sprinkle on top of salads. So I just want you to be aware of what fats you are consuming. And trying to put more of them into your daily life, especially if you are having some hormonal imbalances going on. All right, so I hope y'all have an amazing week. Keep posting in the group and let's share ideas, questions, concerns, and keep learning about all this nutrient stuff. All right, y'all have a great week. I'll see you next week.